On the north end of Fort Worth, in the Dallas-Fort Worth region, lies the Texas Motor Speedway, a 1.5-mile intermediate track, which tonight hosts the Next Level Gaming Xfinity Series as they continue their trek across America. Last week, Travis Farmer goes 4 in a row at Iowa, his championship run. These drivers are getting ready to race tonight, and what a beautiful night to do it. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Green Flag Racing Network. My name is Chris Roscoe, Robert McKay alongside as always. We hope you're ready for some exciting action here in Texas. What a track to race at for tonight's event, as Texas is known for long green flag runs and pit strategy playing a major role in the outcomes of races held here. McKay, it's great to be back. Absolutely. McKay here taking over duties as I have been extremely busy the past couple weeks, but it's great to be back up in the booth bringing the coverage. First race back after a while, and what a track to be at, Texas Motor Speedway. One of the iconic NASCAR tracks since the 1990s during the Expansion Act. See the qualifying order scrolling the top of your screen, about 2 minutes left till these drivers get on the grid to start. And as I mentioned earlier, Travis Farmer went 4 in a row a week ago at Iowa. Fourth start, fourth win. I think he's becoming the season favorite to win the championship. Well, part of that is who Travis is, and really humble guy, and got a really humble guy. He's really proud of, or really what's the word I'm looking for? Really kind of like brushing things off. Yeah, very humble driver, and kind of just letting his driver do the letting his driving do the talking, which is a very good uh, ability or characteristic for a lot of drivers to have, is to be able to like step back and just go out there and do it and not really have to be all confrontational and whatnot. See Joe Snooki's on pole, Connell Bolton in second, Travis Farmer, the one we were just talking about, in third, Trevor Kelly in fourth, Kyle Davison in fifth, Richard Walls in sixth, David Gilds in seventh, and Albert Reinhardt making his series debut, failing to set a lap. He'll be starting in the eighth position. Absolutely. You gotta feel for Yusnukis with the last couple races not doing as well as he's wanted to, but able to start this race from the pole, being able to start this race off on the right foot. Absolutely, as you see the ticker switch over to the race, waiting for these drivers to grid up and this race to begin. But what a track to choose or what a track to come back to. Texas Motor Speedway. It's been on the NASCAR schedule for almost 30 years now, since the expansionist in the 1990s, unfortunately taking away North Wilkesboro, one of North Wilkesboro's dates. But the second date went to New Hampshire. However, Texas Motor Speedway, it's very interesting for a mile and a half. Lower banking in 1 and 2, then in 3 and 4. So expect these drivers to spread out, long green flag runs, and pit strategy to come into effect in this event as these drivers come off of pit road. So we get ready to race. A little bit of technical difficulties behind the scenes. Yosnukis, Bolton on the front row. Farmer, Kelly, Davidson, Walls, Gilds, and Reinhardt starting his first Next Level Gaming Xfinity Series event tonight in that 25 Chevrolet Camaro. Let's see how well this young driver can do. The pace car comes off turn 4. Makes that left-hand turn onto pit road. Barney the flagman has the green flag. We're racing here from Texas Motor Speedway. As side by side for the lead, Bolton, Yusnukis. These two started 1 and 2, still side by side, working lap 2. Still side by side. But battles throughout the field. Trevor Kelly, Travis Farmer going at it for the third position. Albert Reinhardt not having the night he wants. Already 1 lap down. But what a battle here between Bolton and Yusnukis. Bolton in his first start already as well. Already out to an early lead. Yeah, continual technical difficulties on my end trying to get this working. But yeah, here's the battle for the lead. Snookies and Bolton for the lead. All right, there we go. Technical difficulties hopefully over. But Bolton out to the early lead. Snooki still in second. But how about Trevor Kelly? Won the season opener at Daytona. Sitting in the 4th position right behind the person who has been dominating for the last month. Travis Farmer. Here's the battle for 3rd. One thing with Texas Motor Speedway, which we're noticing right now, is the long green flag runs. These drivers getting spread out as this battle continues to heat up for second. This is on board with Trevor Kelly looking at Travis Farmer.
Yeah, Trevor Kelly trying to hunt down Travis Farmer. There, Travis Farmer trying to go 5 in a row.
Absolutely, trying to go 5 in a row. But not in the position to do it right now, but still a long way to go. Working lap 10 of 125. Oh, here comes the 51. David Kills trying to make this a 3-car battle. Trying to spoil the party. It's like a giant overhead view. Just seeing how wide this track is in turns 1 and 2. How many different lanes you could go through.
Yeah, Texas is a really interesting track because it's one of the things I hate about Texas. It's an asymmetrical track, right? For the folks that don't know what asymmetrical is, you should, but if you don't, that's fine. It's different on either side, right? Most tracks like Charlotte, Kansas, Kentucky, Chicagoland, Talladega, Daytona, etc., etc., etc. Most ovals are symmetrical. 1 and 2 are the same as 3 and 4. But here at Texas, 1 and 2...
All around, Richard Walls through the quad oval, hits the wall, entering turn number 1. Manages to get that car off the track. Sorry for the interruption.
No caution there?
No caution. Gets it down to the apron. Let's take a look. Here's Richard Walls off of turn number 4. Clips the wall.
Hits the wall.
Goes for a ride.
And then hits that inside wall. Almost kills the pace car.
And comes up, hits that outside wall.
Yeah. Yeah, while we were focusing on Kelly, or while we were focused on the 92, Kelly and the 51 are heating up. This is the battle for 4th.
Travis Farmer being able to drive away just a tad bit from this battle, but you don't look too far back. There's that 6 of Kyle Davidson, and right behind that 25 of Albert Reinhardt in his inaugural Xfinity Series start, working 1 lap down after issues earlier.
Yeah, that 6 had a really good week last week. I believe finished 2nd or 3rd, his first podium of the season after a chaotic Iowa.
Looking to continue that momentum here. You saw that 51 of Giltz pass Kelly, and here comes Davidson trying to capitalize.
Yeah, Davidson trying to take advantage of the 36 here. But look who's right behind them, the 25 in that Scooby-Doo Amazon scheme, trying to throw his hat into the ring.
Riding on board Reinhardt.
Now I have the Scooby-Doo theme song stuck in my head.
And now you have that theme song stuck in the head of all of our viewers. Working lap 16 of 125 here at Texas. One incident early. Richard Walls goes for a ride. He's currently in pit road getting damage repaired. No caution so far. Connell Bolton from the second position takes the lead. Yusunuki's fallen to second.
Here comes, while you're doing that, here comes the 6 on the inside of the 2036. Pass for fifth right there. Yes. I should probably have my live timing up, should I?
Yeah, that would probably help. Here's the battle for fourth. Kyle Davidson looking on the inside of, or looking at the rear bumper of Gilds, trying to find a way around him.
Yeah, but that 6 has got to be careful to make sure he's not burning up his tires. It's really easy to do here at Texas.
Absolutely. This track, just like the Atlanta before the repave, very abrasive on the tires, similar to Darlington as well. Very abrasive on the tires, very high tire wear. So you got to be careful with your tires. You got to be able to manage your tires and be able to drive fast, but not waste your tires as the 6 makes a move to the inside of turn number 3.
Great pass there by the 6, using that bottom lane in turns 3 and 4 to his advantage.
But here comes that 36 trying to take that spot back from the 51, running that outside line.
Interesting.
Not as far up the track as I was hoping that 51 to be running, but still able to use that momentum around the outside to try and make a move.
Here comes the Scooby-Doo machine on the inside of the 51. Whoa!
Wall's having issues again. Hits the inside wall off the backstretch. His hood goes flying as he is slowed down the backstretch.
Surprised that's not a caution.
That car is very heavily damaged.
Put me in, coach. I can still play. Pit crew's probably not happy with him right now.
Probably Connell Bolton, still your race leader, but Joe Yasnuki's not letting him drive away.
Yeah, that 21 appearing as the 19, currently fixing that at the moment. Yeah, 21, I believe that's Betty Crocker and Cheerio scheme. And Josephine Iskus in second in that, in a new scheme this week, a scheme we can actually read the numbers off of, thank God. Last few weeks, the 89 has been running an interesting but sleek paint scheme, but the numbers were hard to read. Back here, this is the battle for third, or fourth. My apologies.
Kyle Davidson, David Gills, right here battling for fourth. Reinhardt trying to fight to get his lap back.
Yeah, still don't know why that's showing up as the 19 on your end. That's weird.
Apologies for the technical issues earlier. Still trying to get back into the swing of broadcasting after taking about a month break.
It has not been a month.
Almost a month.
It's been like 2-3 weeks.
Is it bad if I say it hasn't been long enough?
No, it's definitely been long enough. I'm very happy to have you back. Very happy to have you back.
Yeah, it's great to be back as well. The stuff's been calming down, and it's been spreading out. Still the battle for the lead.
I seriously can't get the Scooby-Doo theme song stuck out of my head. It's an earworm at this point.
Oh, come on.
I'm being serious. Okay, I'm being serious, I swear. Seriously, it's such an earworm. Yes, the battle for the lead up here is heating up between the 21 and the 89. That the 89 running lower than the 21 is going through 3 and 4, as you'll see here. Or the last lap ran a lot lower. I believe the 21's last lap was a 31.28, and the 89's last lap was a 31.23. So the 89 is consistently running faster laps.
There's also the issue of you got to be able to pass the dude.
Fair.
You can't just be fast. You got to be able to pass, and depending on how well Bolton defends in that 21 machine, that's really going to determine how well he's able to keep that lead.
Yeah, currently maintaining around a 8/10 lead. So gaining a little bit of time. The Uniscus gains time in 1 and 2 and then loses it in 3 and 4. So it's been kind of stalemate, kind of steady here for a while. Travis Farmer still 4 seconds behind the top 2 here.
Riding up board from Bolton, looking back at you, Snookies.
Yeah, looking through the field, it's a pretty tight field in some areas. The 6, the 51, and the 36 this is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. They're all within less than a second of each other back here. And then obviously have the 25 a lap down, and then Richard Walls out of the race. Small field here in the NLG Xfinity Series.
Yeah, unfortunate day for Richard Wallace. Not the way I don't think he wanted that race to go. Was talking with him earlier today. He said he was struggling in practice. And it looks like those struggles continued into the race. As these three continue to fight it out for 4th. These three have been all over each other since the drop of the green flag 30 laps ago.
Yeah, exactly. And now up at the front, Connor Bolton pulling away from Joseph Uniscus.
You really struggle with names, don't you?
I struggle with last names.
Yeah, some of these funky spellings could be interesting to try and pronunciate. You see the battle for 4th between Davidson and Giltz heating up right here. Giltz in that 51 Ford Mustang trying to pass the Chevrolet Camaro of Kyle Davidson. Trevor Kelly into pit road.
Yeah, making his scheduled stop, maybe trying to undercut the rest of the field here.
Absolutely, or having issues early with this track with getting tight. Yasnuki stays out. Bolton comes in. Farmer in as well. Looks like the first round of scheduled pit stops. Lap 33.
The undercuts have begun.
Yasnuki staying out still. Looks like he's slowing to come towards pit road. Yasnuki's coming in to get service. Davidson will now come around to be your race leader. Giltz in second.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to last long, though. Kyle Davidson had been running the long game the last few races. It's worked out to his advantage. He's got a podium last week at Iowa. To be fair, that was also partly caused due to chaos. Partly caused because of Cohen, but I digress.
Oh, now I feel glad I wasn't here last week. Bolton, your net race leader, first off of pit road, currently in the 4th position. Trying to read my standings right. Currently about 25 seconds behind the leader. As Davidson and Giltz come to pit road, those two getting service. Bolton will come around to be your race lead, return to the race lead.
Yeah, Uniscus. Not it's.
Snookus.
I know it's not. I know it's not Uniscus.
You snookus.
You Snookus?
Yes.
You Snookus. Thank
You
you.
snookus.
Loses some time there on Bolton.
Looks like the strategy to come in early worked. You snookus about 6 seconds behind Bolton. Coming out of turn number 2. Bolton going out of turn number 4. Let's turn on the track map, shall we? See where everyone is.
The 25. Oh, he's on pit road. Okay. I was about to say that's weird.
Reinhardt on pit road. That's what that grayed out means. You can see that how far ahead the 21 is from the 89. But here's a tight battle. 51 to 36. Going after it for 5th position.
.36 dives down to the inside of the 51 here. That's going to be a pass for 6th, 5th.
That was a pass for 5th.
Hey, I was right.
Riding on board with the 51 at Guilds. How hard is it to get into this corner and get that car to stick on the bottom?
It is very hard, right? Especially with the next-gen car, which I have more experience here. You have to shift down. You have to slow down about 30, 40 miles an hour. It's a hard, aggressive corner.
Absolutely. You see Guilds kind of having an issue with that almost the entire race of not being able to run that bottom groove, especially behind people having to drive up the track. Now, as I say that, able to run the bottom. But as I mentioned in this pre-race show, long green flag runs, pitch strategy being very important here. The field's spreading out, and we're seeing that play out yet again here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll be kind of interesting to see with tire wear, too. Who's pushing it hard, who's not. It's not only fuel mileage, it's also the tires.
Yeah, you gotta be able to control your tire wear. You gotta be able to be fast, but not overheat your tires, over shred your tires, to being able to have tires at the end of the race. I was talking with Kyle Davidson before this race. 2 faster pairs for these drivers and 3 sets of tires. So very limited tire sets available down on pit roads. You have to be able to control yourself, be able to be able to save your tires in order to be able to get to the end. Yeah, iRacing not having a way to have scuff tires yet. I believe they're in the works on getting that created. Scuff tires being tires pulled off the car from a stint earlier. Useful, very useful on tracks like this where you run a set for about 5-10 laps, pull it off, put a new set on. You have that set of tires with only 5 or 10 laps on them that you can use later in the race without having to waste an additional fresh set. This battle really continuing on since they came out of pit road. Battle for 5th side by side. Down the backstretch at Texas. Battle for 5th. Yasnuki's able to take the lead from Bolton.
Here we go. Uniscus getting that jolt of energy, that jolt of motivation that he needed. Great overtake there on the outside, going in through turns 1 and 2. Not something you really see a whole lot here.
That lower pick in turns 1 and 2. Really not seeing a lot of passes in 1 and 2. Most of the passing is in 3 and 4, if there's passing at all. Just saw on the ticker Albert Reinhardt falling an additional lap down, but Yasunuki's got the pole. Currently the race leader, 44 laps into tonight's event. That's got to be a big morale boost for that 89 camp. You take a look on the track map, you see one car inching closer and closer to the race lead, and that is that number 9 car, Travis Farmer.
Yeah, he's currently about 6 seconds behind the second position of Connell Bolton.
I would disagree with that. There's Bolton right in front of that 21 car, unfortunately having some technical issues, not able to load the correct paint on that car. Showing a 19 for you fans at home. Here's a pass for second. I think Bolton's used up his tires.
Yeah, that would explain why he had a huge run there at the beginning, and now it's kind of fading out of his existence. Farmer playing a really similar move that you
just saw with you Snookies.
Yeah.
And Bolton's falling back. You gotta wonder, did he take tires? Let's pull that up. Here's that time down pit road. Change that to the lap time. Yeah, Bolton 8 seconds compared to everyone else's 14 to 15 seconds. Bolton may have only taken right side tires. That would explain why he's fallen back so much, is not having that additional grip, as you see him almost hit the wall off of turn number 4.
Yeah, I bet he just didn't take tires, tried to play a fuel only, but that did not work out in his favor at all.
This is the wrong track, and it's the wrong stage of the race to take tires only. Or to take fuel only. Lap 48 of 125. Pitted lap 32. So the inner Larry Mack in me is saying that was the wrong choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's an interesting strategy call for sure, and it would work at most tracks, but here at Texas, no way. I would always take tires. Now, here's the question. How many tire sets do they have for tonight's event?
3 sets of tires. Is he saving a set for the end?
That's what I'm thinking.
Kind of letting him run a double stint on fuel only to save a set for the end in case we have a rare caution from this series. This series has had a lot of races run flag to flag, no cautions. And at this rate, I think we're in for another one. Working lap 50 of 125, almost the halfway point in tonight's event. Joe Yasunuki's leading, started on the pole. Travis Farmer sitting second. Let's run through the field.
Yeah, here in the race lead, we have Joseph Uniscus in the 89 Chevrolet, unsponsored. In the second position, we have Travis Farmer in that number 9 Toyota Supra Monster Energy car, trying to chase down the leader of Yasunuki's. In the third position is Connell Bolton in that 20 on my end 21. But what should be on my end 21, on your guys' end the 19 Skull, but what should be the 21 Cheerio scheme. In the fourth position, we have Kyle Davidson in the number 6. Can never figure out the sponsor on his. Yeah, Chevrolet Camaro. Fifth position here, we have David Guilds in the 51 Liquid Death scheme, Ford Mustang. In the 6th position, we find the NOS Energy Drink Toyota Supra 36 of Trevor Kelly. And in 7th place, we have the Scooby-Doo machine of Albert Reinhardt in that 25 Chevrolet Camaro.
Richard Walls off the track. Out early. Take a look at the start-finish line. All these drivers racing by.
Yeah, and again, this has been a really kind of calm, cool, and collected race, but sometimes you need races like that, right? Sometimes chaotic races like what we saw at Daytona yesterday. Sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you want a race like this. You know what I mean?
Take a nice deep breath. Have a nice, long, drawn-out race. Pitch strategy. Let the cream rise to the top. So we're watching this 89 unmarked Yasnukis car take laps. Show us around Texas Motor Speedway.
Okay, so Texas, let's see if we can't get to like an aerial cam or something. Texas Motor Speedway is, again, as we said earlier in the broadcast, it is a really interesting racetrack, right? I'll explain it, we'll do a lap here at Texas Motor Speedway once Yasnukis crosses the finish line here. Coming through the tri-oval, you pass the start-finish line, you cut the tri-oval there, and then it's on the brakes, and the next gen car, you shift down again, you see fire coming out of the pipes for a very less banked and a lot wider turns 1 and 2. You come out, go full throttle, try not to hit that wall on the outside there. Really, really easy to do here at Texas. You gun it down the backstretch, and the easy corners, turn 3 and 4, really shorter, like skinnier, but a lot more banked, which allow you to carry a lot more speed through there. No brakes required, and then you come over, and that's a lap at Texas.
Riding on forward. You hear the RPMs drop. And just see just how fast this wall comes up to you.
Yeah, it is extremely, extremely common to hit your right side on the wall there. I've done it one too many times to count.
I've had more issues hitting this wall off of 4. Look how close this wall comes out.
Yeah, my problem is I get tight coming out of 1 and 2, because that's just the way I race.
Yeah, I have no issues, but I also run right up against the wall, which I sadly haven't seen anyone run right up against the wall in 1 and 2, which I turned a couple practice laps earlier today, trying to get a feel for the car to see what these drivers are going to go through throughout the course of tonight's event. And I was riding that wall through 1 and 2, and I was able to carry a bunch of speed through the corner. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone try that line right up against the fence, basically, almost into a fence.
Wonder if nobody's comfortable running that high.
Besides me.
Besides you. You tend to run high.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the way you race.
Yeah, I do prefer the high side. And there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, you could carry a lot more speed. So the overspeed through Yasnukis hits the wall off of turn number 4.
Going back to what you were saying.
Going back to what I was saying, you're able to carry a lot more speed on the top because you're not turning the wheel as much. You're not having to slow down as much. You can carry more speed, which allows you to have higher top-end speed going down the straightaways, and you're able to make passes. So that is one reason why I like the top, and another reason why you just run such a looser car and be able to do so much more off the top, in my opinion. Some drivers, like Travis Farmer, really like the bottom. But it's all up to personal preference. I just prefer running the top, and haven't seen anyone do that.
You want to know why I hate running the top?
You're scared of hitting the wall?
Wall. Car does not like wall. Wall does not like car. I'm a lot more comfortable when I'm running the bottom.
Well, as Richard Petty said, the wall hurts a lot less when you're running the top.
Yeah, I guess, listen, the only time I want to hit the wall is never, but if I have to, I'd rather it be because I had an issue on the bottom. That's why I don't like tracks like Wow, Darlington.
Darlington's a very hard track, unlike the track we're at here, Texas Motor Speedway. But Yasnuki's still out front, still managing a 5-second lead over Travis Farmer and potentially growing.
Yeah, exactly. Now down up to about, what, 5 seconds? Oh, no, 4-8. Farmer's gaining on Yasnuki's here. I thought he was losing time on him.
Riding on board with Travis Farmer, you can see just entering turn 1, that dark blob. That's the 89 of Joe Yasnuki's. You see the ticker on the top. You see that time slowly going down. Farmer slowly gaining up on that 89 machine. Working lap 64, 125. Just past halfway. One more pit stop left in tonight's event. Potentially 2. As I see this, if Travis Farmer can keep up this pattern of gaining through the corners, I believe we'll have an excellent battle for the lead.
Yeah,
Bolton into pit road. Round 2 of pit stops already. Bolton making his way to pit road. Wonder if he's finally putting tires on that. I believe it's a Toyota. Yeah, Toyota Supra. Your leader, Yasnuki's also coming into pit road. May have just barely made it to pit road speed. Farmer in as well. Bolton coming out onto the backstretch. Here comes David Gilt in that 51 Ford Mustang. He's going to come around the front stretch. He's going to take the lead away. Kyle Davidson, Trevor Kelly going to follow suit. Oh, never mind. Trevor Kelly around down pit road. Able to keep it straight. Mistakes on pit road. That's going to cost this 36 team some precious seconds. Travis Farmer on his way out of pit road. Connell Bolton, your net race leader, depending on where Travis Farmer gets up to speed on. Pay attention to the 9 and the 21 on that track map. But Joey Snuki's also out of pit road. He's making his way around. He is the net race leader. David Gilds making his way to pit road. Kyle Davidson takes over the lead. Lap 70 of 125. Or lap 69 of 125. Bolton on fresh tires. Gets his lap back. Gilds down pit road. Bolton just setting the fastest lap of tonight's event at 29.75. And here comes Kyle Davidson to pit road. The last driver to come to pit road as you Snookies will take over the lead. Connell Bolton in his first next level gaming Xfinity starts. Running in the 4th position right now. Kyle Davidson on pit road. It's the 25 of Reinhardt. Slow, potentially coming to pit road as he spins out. At 25, locking up, coming to pit road. That's two drivers we've seen lock up coming to pit road. Yusnuki's looking to put the lap on David Gilds. And does. David Gilds goes one lap down. Kyle Davidson also one lap down coming out of pit road. That 89 of Yusnukis has, since passing that 21 car during the last stint, has been able to just keep control of this lead. Been able to drive basically stress-free. 8-second gap back to Travis Farmer. Now crossing the start-finish line. Connell Bolton back in the third position coming off of turn number 4. Gilds one lap down. Kelly one lap down. Davidson one lap down. These three basically out of the race barring a caution. Reinhardt comes back out onto track. Well, this has been the Yusnuka show. Since basically the drop of the green flag, Yusnukis at Bolton early. Bolton fades. Yusnukis has been in command. As these drivers keep turning laps, let's crank it up. Here are the sights and sounds of Texas Motor Speedway. Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway, working lap 77 of 125. Yusnuki still out in front. Farmer falling a little bit during that crank it up. But Yusnuki still out in front. Pitch strategy has been is a major part of Texas Motor Speedway. All these drivers having very similar pit stop laps for these drivers. So fairly similar pit strategy. But you gotta wonder, Bolton has an extra set of tires at the end. Do these drivers have enough fuel to make it to the end? It's about 30 laps on fuel. 30, 60, 90. So everyone has one more stop. Bolton saving a set of tires. I think that's the right pitch strategy. Bolton might be onto something. 3 sets of tires, 3 stops. Bolton may have messed up, or Bolton may have made the right call earlier in tonight's event. Bolton in third position, see him crossing the line to take lap 81. Didn't take tires his first stop. With one more stop, 2 sets of tires as compared to everybody else's 1 set. Is he banking on a light race caution to take tires?
I think he is, but he should not be, right? I honestly don't think we're gonna get one. It's been pretty calm, cool, and collected the past few laps.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at pit stop time. Everyone's pit stop around 15 seconds, so everyone took tires. For both stops, with the exception of Bolton, only taking either right sides or no tires for his first stop, but may potentially saving a set for the end. With one more stop left in tonight's event. Still plenty of magic to happen here. Quick update on what happened down pit road. Both the 36 of Kelly and the 25 of Reinhardt having issues getting onto pit road, both spinning out in the entrance, but able to catch it with no contact and get their stops and get underway.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of different strategies playing out tonight. Snooki's, though, still in the lead, still dominating.
Absolutely. Snook is still out in the lead. Farmer, Bolton, Guild's top 4. Guild's 1 lap down. Farmer has won the last 4 races, looking for number 5, but isn't dominating like he has been the past couple weeks.
Maybe he was right on his money and said he wasn't great at this track.
Or is he saving his stuff for the end of the race? Not pushing his car too hard. Strategy, strategy, strategy. That is the key of racing, and that has been the key throughout tonight. No cautions so far. Working lap 86 of 125. However, that does not mean that a caution will not come. We did have a wreck. 2 wrecks earlier, both by the same driver. Let's do a little bit of a race recap, shall we?
There's nothing else to talk about, so sure, why not?
Earlier in tonight's event, Richard Walls goes for a ride. Ruining the landscaping for this poor Texas Motor Speedway ground staff, but able to get that off the track, no caution. A little bit later, comes down pit road. A little bit of off-grass maintenance right there.
Lawn mowing. Trying to cut the grass there for the ground score after ruining it.
Absolutely. Comes out of pit road. And
nothing here so far. Anyway, moving on.
Thought there was a second incident there. Working lap 89 of 125. Travis Farmer in second. Snooki still out with an even bigger gap. Now 7 seconds. But Snooki's has got company. Here comes David Gills trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, that 51 desperate to try to get a lap back because I don't expect there to be another caution. We've only got 35 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway.
And there goes Guilds almost running the line I was talking about earlier up against the fence. Come on, David. There's grip up there. Use it.
Right behind them is the Scooby-Doo car of the 25 of Albert Reinhardt.
Is that really all you're going to mention about this guy is the Scooby-Doo car?
Well, no offense, but he's been at the back most of the race.
Currently 3 laps down, has had issues all throughout tonight's event. Was able to keep that 25 Toyota Supra clean, or Chevrolet Camaro clean for now. But Guild's still trying to get his lap back. Up against a tight fought Joey Snukas, but a little further back, there's Kyle Davidson, Trevor Kelly fighting for the 5th position. Both of those drivers 1 lap down.
Yeah, again, the battle of the lap down cars, considering there's only 3 cars on the lead lap, but Farmer is gaining time on Usnukis. Will we see a battle for the lead here shortly?
I wonder how much that lap car, David Guilds, is pressuring Usnukis to push and make mistakes. As you see side by side, here comes Guilds getting his lap back, clearing Usnukis. Is he able to drive away?
I think he will. He's much faster than Usnukis is. There's Reinhardt in the 25.
Reinhardt trying to get one of his laps back here as well.
Yeah, but all this fighting has allowed Farmer to gain even more time, now down to about 5 seconds.
There's Farmer off of 4 in the background. That last car you see on track. Right back here, there's Farmer. There's Usnukis. So the track between the two ever shrinking. How about this for food for thought? See those spoilers on the back of the cars? Those disrupt the air outside the car, removing air from the front spoiler or from the front splitter of these cars, removing downforce from these cars. How much is that affecting that 89 of Usnukis with these 2 lap cars just now passing him?
Well, I mean, it can affect the air a little bit, right? Depending on, how the car is set up and all that, but it shouldn't be affecting him too much. I just think it's like racing around them that's causing him to lose this much time.
Farmer makes a move on the 6 of Davidson. Now 1 less car between the 2.
And gaining time fast is Farmer. This could be 5 in a row.
But good news for Usnukis. Travis still has that much asphalt between the 2 of them to make up as well, not just cars to pass. But no cars between these 2 drivers, between Usnukis and Farmer.
21 in.
Bolton back down pit road. Bolton goes 1 lap down, and now Guilds is in that 3rd position. I believe this may be the start of the 3rd cycle of pit stops. It's been about 30 laps since the previous set. So I expect more drivers to start coming down pit road.
Yeah, and this will be the final pit stops of tonight's event as we have we're about to hit 25 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Lone Star State 125.
That gap between Farmer and Yusnuki still ever shrinking, now down to just over a second and a half.
Gotta insert the Jaws theme. Dun 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 dun
Yusnuki's down pit road.
So's Farmer.
Farmer in as well.
Will we have a race off pit road here?
We're about to see. Here comes Bolton coming around to get his lap back. But David Gills is your net race leader as he dives down pit road. Up next is Davidson. He'll take over the race lead, with Trevor Kelly right behind. See the ticker switch. 26 laps to go in tonight's event. Yusnukis and Farmer both off pit road. The gap between the two, 3.18 seconds and shrinking.
Farmer loses a bit of time on that pit stop, and what if he took tires and Yusnukas didn't?
Let's take a look. Wait for this screen to populate. Be able to pull up the lap time. Gotta wait a couple laps for this information to get pulled up. But Trevor Kelly looks to be coming towards pit road. Doesn't spin it out this time. Able to get onto pit road cleanly. Davidson, your race leader, coming out of turn number 2. But here comes Yusnukas. Your net race leader, Farmer, down the little ways down the backstretch, with Bolton right behind. This is for position.
Yeah, Bolton pinning a little bit earlier, trying to undercut these two here.
Davidson makes his way down pit road. Here's
21 to the inside of the 9 through 1 and 2.
Battle for second heats up.
Great for Yusnukas, losing time here.
If these two are able to work together, they can get to the front. But if these two start fighting, Yusnukis is able to pull away. The gap is still shrinking, despite these two being side by side.
Is it? Doesn't look to me. Looks like they're losing time. Now down to up to 4 seconds.
Now it's growing.
Yeah, I think the 21 got it here. 21 up to second.
Bolton to second. Farmer drops to third. Now the quest for the 19 and the 9 to catch the 89. Who's exiting turn 2 right now. So about a corner, half a straightaway between this leader of Yusnukas and the battle for seconds. That gap has been growing consistently since these three came, or since Yusnukis and Farmer came out of pit road. Now let's see if I can get some pit stop time.
Yeah, I think those new tires are helping out Yusnukis more than it is Bolton and Farmer.
Everyone taking tires.
20 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. The time is running out.
Take a look at the cameras positioned around the track on that wall. You just see just how fast these drivers are driving around this track. And And just so you can see, pull up the dashboard, you can see the mile per hour there, 171 throughout the corners. Then hard on the gas, down the front stretch, hitting 187 going into turn number 1. "17 laps to go for you Snookies. Trying to lock in his first win of the season."
Yeah, looking for that win. He's not had the best start of the season so far, but he is really pushing it hard tonight. I think he might get the win here.
Reinhardt in the wall. Able to keep it straight, just glancing off the wall. Saw that in that last camera shot, bouncing off the wall. That might affect that handling of the 25 of Reinhardt. But still the battle for second right here between the 21 and the 9. Lap traffic behind, not a factor. But Snookies has a very dominant 5.5 second lead.
Yeah, only, what, 16 to go here? 15?
15 laps to go here from
15 laps to
Texas.
go.
From Texas Motor Speedway, Snookies has been out front most of this race. Bolton and Farmer fighting side by side. Farmer able to clear the 19, the 21 machine. Still 14 laps to go. Here from Texas, the time winding down, the door closing for anyone to make a move on that 89 machine. Snookies in a world by himself, everyone else in a gaggle under a blanket. Right behind second place Travis Farmer.
Yeah, the 21 and the 25 battling not for position, but 25 passes the 21 here. 13 to go. Snooki's clear out in front. Farmer really not getting time. Gap is still about 5.5 seconds.
You see the gap. Snooki's exiting your screen, and Farmer not even entering it.
Snooki's is halfway down the backstretch while Farmer's exiting turn 2.
There's Farmer exiting turn 2 and the rest of the field behind him. But Snooki's is well out front. He could probably coast from here, coming to 11 laps to go. Oh, 25 or 21 of Connell Bolton in his first Next Level Gaming Xfinity Series start. Started second, running in the third position, down 1 from where he started. Led laps earlier tonight's event. What a way to enter this! What a way to enter the series. Even without a win, that is a very impressive debut for a driver.
It is a very impressive debut. Obviously not as impressive as Farmer winning on debut, but nevertheless a very impressive debut indeed. Now 10 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. No one seems to have anything for Snookies. Wow, I butchered that.
Like you haven't most of this day?
I have a hard time with last names, okay? 9 to go.
9 to go here from Texas Motor Speedway. Snookies still out front. Travis Farmer in second. Connell Bolton in third. Again, I got Connell Bolton. Showed speed earlier tonight's event. I think if he dials in his pit strategy, I believe Connell Bolton has the ability to find victory lane before the end of the season.
Yeah, I believe so too. But I think I know who's going to be the victory lane tonight. 8 to go. Snooki's still in the lead by about 4 seconds.
You see that time cutting down. However, is it going down fast enough? 4.25 seconds.
He's gaining
and
about
shrinking.
0.2 a lap, but I don't think it's enough. If 6 to go. Or 7 to go.
7 to go here from Texas Motor Speedway. Has the door closed? Riding on board with Travis Farmer.
Yeah, I think the door has closed unless there's a late race caution, which I don't see happening. 6 to go. Snooki's clear windshield out in front. Farmer giving it everything he's got, trying to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely nothing in front of you, Snookis. And an even more important thing is nothing behind. This is out of the gearbox of Snookis. No sign of Travis throughout the corner, so glances the wall there, but no sweat for Snookis right now. Five to go here from Texas Motor Speedway. The laps winding down, and so are the drivers that can win. The count down to 3 on the lead lap. With a caution, only 1 will come back. David Gill's currently in that free pass position.
4 to go.
4 laps to go here from Texas Motor Speedway, but the field is spread out enough. I doubt a caution is going to come out, but you never know.
Three to go here at Texas. No one challenging Uniscus at all.
Travis Farmer, a very impressive start to his NLG Xfinity Series career. Came in Homestead, Miami as a one-off. Won that race. Told me later that night, hey, I want to run this full time. And it's lit up the charts going 4 in a row. And now Joseph Yusnukis. Now you got me saying it wrong. Yusnukis. About to hand Travis his first second-place finish of this season. 2 laps to go. Connell Bolton in his series opener, running a very respectable 3rd place after leading laps early. David Gills in 4th, 1 lap down. Trevor Kelly, Kyle Davidson, all 1 lap down. And Albert Reinhardt.
And as you're giving the rundown of the field, Uniscus takes the white flag presented by Manny Vorti Crafts. Uniscus, no one in his rear view, no one in his front windshield. What a race by him tonight. Gets pole position, leads most of the laps. Excellent fuel strategy, making it safe here, not hitting the wall, running down the backstretch, going through turns 3 and 4. Travis Farmer has gone 4 in a row, but that ends tonight. Joseph Uniscus makes his way through his turn 3 and 4. Joseph, the 89 Chevrolet, wins the Lone Star State 125. What a race.
What a race. Clean throughout. But one driver led the last stint, and that was Yusnukis. No one challenged him for the lead, and he's able to take the checkered flag here at Texas Motor Speedway, ending the reign of Travis Farmer. I think if one guy was to end the reign of Travis Farmer, it would be Yusnukis. Hasn't had the luck the past couple races, but comes back in a big way, winning here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Interesting doing a burnout there at the entrance of 1. Burning it down here in the grass. Landscaping crew does not like. I don't think we'll be back here at Texas. I don't think we're welcome.
Yeah, after one driver slides through the grass, the other celebrating through the grass. You see Travis Farmer doing donuts as well. I think he's gotten used to that the past couple weeks and can't really stop.
And who's to stop him?
I mean, the 89 could probably get out and push the, fight. One of the old NASCAR classic fights. Someone blows their engine. I think that's Travis Farmer. Well, as we get the race results pulled up. Race results pulled up. Try that again. There we go. Joe Yusnukis wins tonight's event. The Lone Star State 125 from Texas Motor Speedway. Travis Farmer in second. Connell Bolton in third. David Gilds, Trevor Kelly, Kyle Davidson 1 lap down. Albert Reinhardt 3 laps down. Rich Walls having an early end to his night. 112 laps down. I believe these drivers are getting ready for some post-race interviews. No Connell Bolton found. I believe he's out celebrating with his crew on a successful debut. We'll bring in Travis Farmer, your second place finisher. Travis Farmer, it's Robert McKay, Chris Verosca in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You have been dethroned 4 in a row, unable to get it done. Still able to come home in second place. How do you feel?
I feel good. Still on the podium, man. I'm happy.
Absolutely. Still feel like one of the championship favorites?
Thank you. Thank you. That's a dang good race, man. And it's clean.
Absolutely. No cautions throughout this entire event. Only one wreck by the 92 of Richard Walls. But a lot of pit strategy, long green flag runs. Talk us through how you did your pit strategy throughout tonight's event.
I just run it till I was completely out. That's all I did. Trying to get every lap I could. Try to make up as much time as I could get. I was coming back there at the end, but that just wasn't enough laps.
Wasn't enough time to come back to take the checkered flag and go 5 in a row.
Nope. But second's good. That's, another podium. That's 5 podiums. I like that.
Doesn't roll off the tongue the same, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Next week, we're heading to the Northeast, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Very flat track. How are you planning on preparing for that race?
A lot of practice. It's going to take a lot.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us in the booth. Robert McKay, any more questions for him?
No?
Well, go celebrate, Travis. I know the rest of the MRC boys are going to be celebrating with you.
All right, we'll do, man. Appreciate it.
And your race winner, the 89 of Joseph Yusnukis. Joe, it's Chris Verosca, Robert McKay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Win number 1. How do you feel?
That's my first win?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Oh. I thought it was... Okay.
Wow, surprised you too, apparently. Congratulations, Yusinukis, on win number 1, at least that I'm aware of.
I don't know. The point standings have 3 for some reason.
Well,
Yeah, the point standings for the wins are a little bit off.
Oh, that's right, because they had to be fixed.
Yes, so this is your first one.
Okay.
congratulations, Joe. Finally got it done. Dethroning the champion of the past month. How does that make you feel?
Pretty good.
That
You're so like nonchalant
so
about it.
so nonchalant about win number 1. I was celebrating my first win.
I'm trying to hold on 1 second.
Well,
Oh yeah, I just won. No big deal.
All right. Nope, we're good. We're good. I was hearing myself twice.
There you go.
But
Well,
that was a
congratulations
good
on
race.
win number 1. Any words for the folks at home?
No, looking forward to New Hampshire though.
Absolutely. Looking to go for 4 in a row or not super confident?
4 in a row?
2 in a row.
Or 2 in a row?
Probably not. I'm not very good at New Hampshire. It's too flat for me.
Oh, there's only one way to find out. Thank you for joining us. Congrats on your first win.
Thank you.
All right, folks. That concludes it for tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. This has been the Green Flag Racing Network's production of the Next Level Gaming Xfinity Series race at Texas Motor Speedway. Next week, these drivers head north to New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Loudon.
But tune in next week, Tuesday, for the Grease Monkey Racing League's late model stock series as they continue across America. And I don't know where they're going next.
I believe they're going to
The
let me
Bull
check
Ring.
here. Ooh, the bull ring. Yes, the bull ring, the Texas bull ring, not the Vegas bull ring.
Really? Okay.
I believe so, yes.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, folks.